Break away from the action. Simmons is up.
And we are back on
runners on
now.
second and third. Here comes now the pitch in this close game. And this one's going to be in there for strike one. And all of a sudden, Matthews is throwing some strikes. So he's got 97 pitches so far, according to the stat computer. Here comes 97. And that one is going to go. Oh, and Josh Bond made a mistake. A run will score. And he threw a, and McMillan has got it at first base, at home plate, thank goodness. And one run will score, will bring it 5-3.
That could be a painful mistake for later.
Still, Burgos is up, and runners on second and third. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a hard hit ball this time to Josh Vaughn. He takes it to first base, and he gets him out. And anyway, with that, we'll retire to side. One run will score, 2 men left on base, and 1 error. So as we go into the top of the fifth, it is going to be 5-3 in favor of Dinwiddie. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy
Shack.
Don't just buy
Shack.
Shack dealer with Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Beamer Field on FM 90.9. Ryan Dalton is up. Here comes the first pitch to Ryan Dalton, way high for ball one. Or strike one, rather. And now, all of a sudden, the Blackstone batters are starting just to try to chip at everything, and they're letting good balls go by. Here comes the next pitch. This one's going to be a foul, and that's going to be in there, strike two.
And now, once again, you're making Alex Brewer's job very easy here with putting him up ahead in the count. The RD is 1 for 1 day. He nailed a single out there earlier, which led to a run later on. So don't count RD out.
Come on, RD.
So here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a hard hit ball. He bobbled it. He picks up and guns it to first and misses it.
RD gets a hit, yes. And
RD will get, on errors, will get a leadoff runner on first base. And now coming up will be JoJo McMillan. And now JoJo is a very, very good hitter. And that also brings us up at the top of the batting order. So JoJo McMillan is up. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a pop-up. Will go foul out of play in there for strike number one. No balls and 1 strike.
Come on, you can do it.
We're talking about David Lane dancing around a little bit. Looks like Randy Webb's getting a little bit of walking around himself. Yep. Here comes now the pitch to McMillan. A swing and a miss.
And that puts him once again.
That was a little bit high in there for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. And again, we have to be very careful on the top of our batting order
has just been over aggressive.
Being too over aggressive. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be way low. And this one's going to be a steal. And Ryan Dalton will get on second base with no outs.
Everybody should be up hollering for him.
It's a close game here. Everyone should be hollering. He's right.
Here comes down McMillan. He's up to bat. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be a bloop up. It's going to be foul ball. And Randy just says, I can't believe it. He's not even hitting. What is going on around here?
I think it's getting it. Like I said, they're reaching for everything. Although that looked like he had to swing at it. That looked like it's pretty close to a strike there.
Yeah. Yeah, but a couple of them are high. And
yeah, that put him behind in the...
so that's 1 ball and 2 strikes. McMillan now looks. And he thinks he's ready. McMillan, good ball player. Played not only recreational, but school ball as well.
He's 1 for 2 for the day.
Here comes the pitch, and that was way high, and he chips it. But that was way high.
On the plus side, he is making the pitcher pitch a lot of pitches now.
Yeah, but
I don't think this pitcher,
I don't know if that's a good thing because...
I don't think this pitcher's been in a full count situation yet in this game.
1 ball and 2 strikes now is the count, still the same. McMillan trying to hang on. Runners on second base for Blackstone. Here comes the pitch. And this was a hard hit right to... And they throw it to first base. They're going to try to get him out. And
he did not touch him. No, he did not touch him.
All right, timeout is called.
He did not touch his leg.
And this is going to be an interesting one here.
I saw that in front of me. RD got to the base. It did not touch his leg. I'm telling you.
And this is going to have a...
I saw it. He went... RD slid past him. They weren't even close.
So Ryan is just going to stay on third no matter what until they finally boot him off. But this might be a reversal. Here it comes. Out. They're going to call him out. That brings up the second out.
He missed the tag.
Barry Sproul.
He missed the tag, yeah.
All right, Barry, you can do it.
On that, I think we got robbed on that one.
Very robbed.
Anyway, here comes with 2 outs. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be outside, ball 1. Killwan Lawson will be coming up next. If Barry Sproul can get up, maybe Joanne can do something. It's nice to get this ball game tied up at this point.
Yeah, Barry Sproul hasn't been having a lot of luck today. He is 0 for 2. See if he can change it right now.
Here comes this pitch. Very low in the air for ball 2.
And Barry's doing the right thing. He's now waiting on the pitcher. He's forcing the pitcher to throw to him. That's exactly what you want to do right now. Force Dinwiddie to start burning through their pitchers finally.
So 2 balls and no strike now to Barry Sproul. Here comes now the pitch. And his delivery is way down, and that will be in there for ball 3. And boy, Blackstone missed a good opportunity to put some runs on the board once again. Trouble is, double elimination, but I think they're starting to get better and better, it seems to me. Unfortunately, there's only 2 games you can lose in this tournament. Here comes the pitch way high, and he calls it a strike. That ball was
way high,
and the umpire called the thing a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike.
All right, B, that won't you.
3 balls, 1 strike to the Blackstone All-Stars. They're behind by 2 runs, 5-3. Here comes now the pitch, Brucos, and that one's way high, and that will walk. Barry Sproul will get on first base, and that's Joanne Lawson is coming up.
Juwan's been having great success today, a home run and a triple, and they're not going to pitch him.
And I bet they're going to bring in Maitland to pitch to him. Either that or they're going to walk him. Joanne can't believe he goes, doggone it.
No, had another opportunity, couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Maitland walks up like he is ready to go in. And they're going to keep him in. I'll bet you they're going to walk him. So Johnny Powell is telling, hey, look, be careful. Don't pitch anything good to him.
Johnny Powell saying, yeah, only swing good stuff. They're going to throw Juwan right now. Absolute
Lawson
garbage.
has got to be careful.
Be very patient.
Powell is on deck, and he can hit the ball here. And that's going to be ball number 1.
That right there is going to be name of the game right there for what
It's a little too high. Good eye, Juwan.
Dinwiddie's going to do. Like I said, Juwan's
got to be patient.
Yeah, they're going to go for high and inside a lot on him right now.
Getting Juwan on base will be important. Logan Powell can hit the ball. Here comes now the pitch. And Juwan saw that one coming, and he fouled it back. Now being here for strike 1, 1 ball, and 1 strike.
You good, Juwan. You good, man.
Lawson has a home run in this game, and then he had a triple that he had. Juwan's had his bat on fire today. But now they need even more fire. And this one's going to be a foul back, and it's going to be out of play. Strike number 2. One ball and 2 strikes now to Lawson. Barry Spruill on first base with 2 outs. They trail 5-3. Well, it'll be interesting to see who they pitch in the 6th and final inning here.
Well,
or the 5th inning. I got the bottom of the 5th coming up, excuse me. All right. Brucos now looks, winds up, and here comes the pitch. And again, it's foul back. And the count remained 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, home run would really be nice right now, wouldn't it? If you're Blackstone anyways.
Crowd is building. We got Charlotte Dinwiddie Nationals coming up following this game for the 2nd and final game tonight. Brucos now looks and aims. Here comes the pitch. And a high fly ball.
Back.
It is going. Home run. This game is tied. This game is tied. Juwan Lawson hits 2 home runs
in 1 day.
And now that will tie this ball game up. And I got a feeling they're going to be pulling this pitcher out of here. 5-5 now here in the 5th inning.
We got a ball
and
game
Juwan Lawson is going to take 2 home run balls in.
Way to go, Juwan. It only ties the game.
We got a ball game on our hands, don't
Yes, we do. And now Logan Powell will be coming up, followed by Josh Bond and Matthew Hart.
And Logan Powell is, by the way, 2 for 2 for the day. He's been hitting really good today.
So now the defensive, one of the crowd said, now you got to play defense. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, yeah.
Defense is going to be everything. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see who they bring in as pitching. And with Juwan doing so good, I'd bring him in. Here comes a pitch. That one's going to be ball low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Logan Wazzy, watch that one go right by.
I want to say hello to my brother Tommy Hart, which is listening in Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, or South Carolina.
Hard hit!
And this one's going to be a hard hit. Will go out of play.
Hard foul.
And, of course,
so like I said, Logan,
Judy Lynn, which is my niece. Say hello to her and her husband, John Melanson.
like I said, Logan is 2 for 2 today. He has an RBI as well. And like I said, it's just been the Juwan Lawson show today for Blackstone. He's accounted for 3 of their 5 points.
1 ball and 1 strike now with 2 outs. 5-5. 5-5 is the score here in the 5th inning. Too many 5s. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be outside. That's going to be in there for ball 2. And the count will go 2 balls and 1 strike.
You see, top of our lineup's not as aggressive. They're starting to relax and be patient like they need to be.
Here comes now the pitch from Brucos. And this one's going to be a hard hit ball. Could be in the hole. It is. And Logan Powell gets a very important counts as the go-ahead run on first base.
That brings up Josh Bond, who is 0 for 2. and has not a lot of success, but we know one thing, Josh can definitely hit the ball. When he gets, if it's in the strike zone, he hit it. He's just been very, like we said before, very aggressive so far today.
So here comes now the pitch to Josh Vaughn. Way high, but he gets a hold of one, and he's going all the way. Here it comes now. Logan Powell. They're going to go ahead and they're going to hold him up. And with runners on second and third, they got Matthew Hart that's going to come up.
Okay, I think it's time to have a talk with Matthew. Yeah, they're going to have a talk.
And they're going to say, Matthew, please do not
swing.
Go at anything bad. And a timeout, and they're going to bring in someone to pitch against Matthew.
They're not going to. They've been lucky so far against them.
Yep.
How long is that luck going to last, right?
Matthew has not had a good series, but he is due for one. And trust me, like a cobra, he could strike at any second. That was a pretty good one. You got to.
That's pretty good comeback.
He can strike when you don't see him.
It was pretty lame, but I got to give you credit on that one.
What that is, folks, what we're talking about is Matthew's nickname. It was Matthew Cobra Hart. So the Cobra strikes. That's where that came from. And that, by the way, that was given to him by Big Barry Sproul, which was a press box announcer.
And we are having a pitching change.
Yep.
And this is number. You see his number? Let me know. Hey, there you go. I can see his camera on him. 34, Wells.
Well, here's the thing. If they walk Matthew, loads the bases up, and the thing is, behind Matthew, you got Drew Pumphrey. On the other side of that, if this pitcher pitches faster, Matthew does a little bit better on fast pitches.
Yeah, but he is a fresh pitcher, too.
Biggest thing, Matthew's got to be patient.
Be patient.
Don't sit there and
swing. Don't help him out. Do not help him out under any circumstances.
I wish I had a little microphone in his helmet right now. Matthew, be very patient.
And this guy seems like he's controlling it a little decent, but he's not 100%. And it's a great opportunity here with two runners in scoring position. A base hit puts him ahead. And you know what? The Blackstone defense just been doing great ever since that first inning. It was disastrous, but since then they've been doing really well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's the whole key of the thing. Trouble with Blackstone, they always seem to have that one bad inning.
Yeah.
But they have been able to battle back and just kind of dipped away at this lead. With 2 home runs by Joan Lawson, and the biggest thing, he had runners on.
Yep. Yeah. Like you said before, Matthew's got to be patient.
Matthew needs to be patient. Here we go. It's 2 outs here in the 5th inning. It's 5-5 score.
Don't do this, Lord.
Drew Pumphrey will be up.
Got a great game, guys. Watch it. It's within it.
I want to say this. Even if Matt strikes out, you got the back of the lineup coming, and they usually
2 outs.
are doing very well.
Yeah, it's 2 outs.
Well, that's what I mean. Next time they come up. Here comes now the pitch. And Matthew swings and misses in there for strike number 1.
And I think he just has a zip right past him.
Back off the plate of hair, man.
So anyway, no balls and 1 strike to Hart. Runners on second and third. Here comes now the pitch. And it's hard hit ball, and it goes foul. And he got a hold of that one. Now bring it up. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes.
He scooped that one. I thought that was going there for a second. If it would have been straight, that would have fallen right in the hole, too.
So no balls and 2 strikes. He brought in Wells to try to get Matt out of there. Here comes the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Matt stays in there.
That's all right, that's all right.
And the count still remains
2
no balls and 2 strikes.
Once again, we see the problem here that the pitchers are able to stay well ahead of the batter. It's been kind of a story all day for Blackstone.
Matt will go to almost to the back of the batter's box.
A little bit faster
Wells
pitch
now
here.
looks and takes aim. This will probably be a sucker pitch of some sort. And it's a high fly ball. This one will go
way foul,
way back. And it hits the top
of a tent.
That ball had more height on it than really length on the thing, unfortunately. It's a good thing that thing went foul.
That would have been out had it not.
Matthew is hitting the ball to the right, which means he's swinging a little bit late. Yep.
Yeah. Back up to the far back as batter's box he can get.
No balls and 2 strikes still to Hart.
Very important pitch coming up right here.
This is probably going to be it one way or the other. Here comes now the pitch. And it's a hard hit ball. It goes in there. Runner's going to score. And Matthews got an RBI. They're going to try to score another one. And Josh Bond, they got Josh Bond into a pickle. And they're going to probably run him down. And he is out of there. But the run will score. And Blackstone off the Matthew Hart base hit to the right-hand side will end up being 6. It'll be 6-5, and I believe that the score will count.
The score will
yes,
count.
It does count. So as we go into the 6th inning, or the bottom of the 5th, is it?
The bottom of the 5th, yes.
Bottom of the 5th, it is still 6-0. I mean 6-5, and Blackstone takes a very slight lead. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Well, the leads has changed hands a couple of times in this game, and now Blackstone has taken a 6-5 lead. Allen will be coming up next. Matthew Hart remains in the game as pitcher. Matthew Hart now gets the call, and now here comes the pitch way low for ball 1.
You know,
and that's Matthew's 100 pitch of the game.
Yep, 100 pitches.
That's the first times, except in the season, Matthew's gone over 100 pitches. Now he looks. 1 ball and no strike. Here comes now the pitch, and that was way low once again, and there for ball 2.
But you know, I gotta say, a good hit like that just does something to re-energize you.
That's true.
You gotta admit that. It just does something to re-energize your energy and get you throwing again.
Here comes now the pitch, and this was going to be a blooper that kind of
fell in there. They're going to try waiting for him, and that didn't work out too well for him.
All right, here comes
a
5-6, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes now the windup from Hart. This one's going to go swing and a miss.
Strike 2.
And it's in there for strike 2, and the count goes 2-2.
Matthew is still striking here, throwing good strikes here.
Matthew's got 7 strikeouts so far in this ball game, according to what I got.
2 walks, 7 strikeouts.
Yep.
63 strikes.
What a game he's pitched. Here comes now the pitch, and this one is a blooper, and that was a changeup from the word go.
Yeah.
And he fouls that, and the count still remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know he is exhausted out there after not so many pitches. Anyways, so he's getting, you're right, he's getting signals from the catcher now.
That seemed to be working out a little bit better, actually.
Yeah, he's going to take a deep breath there. Taking every opportunity to rest that right arm. Nope, not going to go for that one.
All right, let's see if he's going to throw now a fastball to Allen. Here comes now the pitch. He does, and this one's going to be a foul. Almost took out one of the guys in the crowd, and the count remains 2-2.
Oh, 2-2. It might be time for one of the sucker pitches right about now.
Well, the only thing is you got to be careful. Maitland will be coming up behind.
Yeah, Maitland's been on fire.
Yep. now every little bit counts, I guess.
Yep.
All right, infield's up and ready. Juwan Lawson still playing at first base.
Did an excellent job there. Some
Yep.
plays.
Here comes now the pitch. And this one's a sucker. Didn't drop in. The count goes full.
Right there, Jack.
And if Matthew walks, do you bring Matthew out? I would probably say,
I don't know. It's tough.
it's hard to say.
You don't want to kill the confidence, but then again, he has done his share.
Oh, yeah. Matthews had one heck of a ball game. Juwan Lawson on first base, so they can both swipe if they have to. Here comes now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that brings up number 8 strikeouts for Hart.
And Matthews still striking him out here.
So now one of the best hitters comes up, Maitland, and
Maitland has been on fire today. I'll give him nothing but junk.
I would too.
Even if you walk him, it's not the end of the world there.
Outfield of Blackstone will be playing back. Infield, they're kind of playing midway. Here comes now the pitch, and this will be a high fastball. Will be in there for ball 1.
That wasn't a fastball. I think that was a change.
That looked like no, that's not a changeup. That was probably a curve. That didn't go nowhere.
That went
I thought it was a
nowhere.
fastball at first, but anyway, 1 ball and no strikes. Matthew now winds up to Maitland. Here comes the next pitch, and that was
he
it.
broke
Broke
the
the
plane.
plane. That's an in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 5-6 is the score, and what a game this is. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. And after 102-3 pitches, Matthew still zapping them in there. That's going to bring it up to strike number 2.
Matthew.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
And Matthew finds himself ahead of the batter finally. Coach Coleman, Matt. And you'd love to have Matthew be able to strike and get out of this inning here.
And Matthew ends up, I'll talk to you in a minute. And this one's going to be high. Goes out to Logan Powell. He fumbles the ball, throws it to top.
Got it!
And he
got him!
He got him! He changes his mind. He said he was out, and he changes his mind and said he was out. And what an important out that was. Oh my goodness!
That was nice.
Woo!
Matthew.
He went safe in first, and all of a sudden he goes out.
I'm just saying.
And Matthew looks up in the air and says, "Thank you, Lord."
You know, I gotta say.
And here comes the coach, and he is. I mean, here comes the umpire.
He was out. I saw it from here. He was definitely out.
Instant replay. Instant replay. They don't do instant replay here.
There is no doubt that he was out. There goes a squirrel across the field. Blackstone player chasing the squirrel out there.
Now they had one. Hey, they had one that they got up against us, the one at third base, and which resulted in a run. So they need to uphold this one.
And I gotta say, player of the game, Matthew's done a great job, but Juwan has saved probably more runs tonight than almost anyone. And
well, that brings up an important 2 outs. Now with Wells coming up. Spain will be on deck, excuse me. Matthew now looks, and here comes now the windup from him. And this one's going to be foul back, strike 1. And what is the strike ratio with Matthew in this game?
70 strikes.
70 strikes. Unbelievable.
24 foul balls. Foul balls don't count as strikes usually. The stats. Now, no matter what, this has just been a great game, though. I mean, this has been an enjoyable game. Probably the best game we've had. That Crew one was good last night, but this one is really, really good. Oh, and by the way, the winner of this goes on to play Crew tomorrow.
Well, that'd be a nice little rivalry there.
Yeah.
Matt looks, now winds up. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a pop-up. Logan Powell throws it third and straight down. Matthew takes his fist and shakes it, and that will retire the side. So as we go into the top of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen, we got a 1-run difference. Blackstone right now leading Dinwiddie. It's 6-5. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Two-step.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
And we're back here at Beamer Field on FM 90.9 WBEX, and what a game this is turning out to be. Right now, Blackstone has got a 1-run lead against Dinwiddie.
Coming at the bat, we got Mr. Drew Pomfrey, who is over 2 for the day, but he's 1 for 2 for the day. He has made one of the runs for Blackstone. Here comes the pitch.
And that's going to be foul back, strike number 1.
Drew gets a little piece of it here, and Blackstone really needs to put up a few more, number run or two to open that gap up a little bit more before they retire out of this inning.
Randy Webb calls timeout and talked to Drew for just a second to make sure that, okay, don't get too anxious here. Don't get over anxious.
Don't get too aggressive here.
Here comes now the pitch. He gets the signal. Here comes the windup from Wells. He throws it down there. Nice pitch, actually. Foul back, strike 2, but that was a good pitch.
That was a good pitch. He had to swing at that one. The big downside here, though, of course, is that, excuse me, had a call there. Big downside now, Drew finds himself way behind here with 2 strikes and no balls.
No balls and 2 strikes. Now the windup from Wells. And now Drew steps out of the batter's box and wants to set. He gets another signal. Now steps back in the batter's box. And Wells now looks. Here comes now the pitch. And that's a pretty good pitch too. Foul back again. And the count remained the same. No balls and 2 strikes.
Man, we got a game or what? Top of the 6th inning. Last inning, Blackstone up by just 1 single run here. And Blackstone defense has just been hanging on ever since that 1st inning.
Here comes the pitch now. Wells looks, gets the signal. Now he winds up. Here's the delivery. And it's a hard-hit ball to the first baseman. He will get Drew out at first, and that brings up out number 1. Dylan Dunn. They call him Triple D. 3D. He'll be coming up next.
He is 1 for 2 for a day. He walked back in the 2nd inning.
Just late on it, that's all. Don't worry about it.
I think they've all been kind of late there. They got used to the other pitcher, and now they're having trouble adjusting to the faster speed here.
Ryan Dalton will be up on deck. This one's going to be a foul in there for strike 1.
And they're all going out to the right, you notice.
Oh, yeah. And that just, like you said, that just signifies them swinging the thing late. Sun's starting to set here at Beamer Field in Crewe, Virginia. Dixie Youth District 5 tournament here. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be high and outside. That's going to be in there for ball 1 ball, and 1 strike. Good eye by Dylan Dunn.
Dylan Dunn, Wazzy watched that one go high and outside there. I think our betting we're starting to calm down a little bit now. They're starting to do what they know how to hit.
And this one's going to be in there, strike number 3 or number 2. And that was just right down there.
Yeah, that looked like it might have been a little high, but it was up. It was a strike.
Wells pitched yesterday, didn't he? I believe. I don't remember exactly. I don't have it out in front of me. I believe he pitched well when he playing yesterday. Anyway, here comes the next pitch. Way outside. Now the count goes 2-2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Blackstone really needs to at least tack on 2 or 3, 4 runs. Actually, as many as they can run.
Another 2-3 runs would probably put them safely in a little bit of safe position.
Here comes a pitch, and that one's going to be strike 3.
And
that's going to be out.
I see.
for a triple D, and now it brings up Ryan Dalton.
I see they're warming up a second ago, so I'm not sure if they have. I know Matthew's not going to pitch next inning. I know that already.
I don't think he can, actually. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's a foul. He hit the plate.
And I got to say,
and that'll be in there for strike one.
What a success story tonight for Ryan Dalton. I mean, you know, he's been hitting ball almost consistently the entire day when the rest of his team has been having trouble.
No balls and one strike. Well, he'd like to hit one now. Base hit.
Good base hit. Get on base and set it up for Jake coming up, or JoJo.
Anyway, that's going to be outside. That's going to be in there for ball number one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, a good solid hit, get on base, and JoJo coming right behind him, maybe get him on the get him all in and open the lead up a little bit.
To RD, they like to call him, Ryan Dalton. Here comes now the pitch from Wells, and it's a hard hit ball, and it's bobbled. It might be close, and he missed it. He missed the ball, and he will go back to second base. I mean, the first base, excuse me, and the runner's on first base with 2 outs.
JoJo McMillan, I believe, is next up to bat now, too, if I am not mistaken. Mr. JoJo has not been having a lot of success today. He's 0 for 3, but we know one thing. JoJo can hit the ball. We've seen him do it before.
All right, actually, it's Barry's. Wait a minute.
No,
Let's see who's
JoJo's
coming
up.
up.
No, it's JoJo. He's unfastening now. He's a catcher, so it takes a little longer for him to get ready there.
Okay, what they did is I think they rotated.
They're jumping off of. I called it last inning. After Ryan Dalton, they're going to the top of the batting order now.
JoJo McMillan is up.
Yeah, and JoJo's kind of getting off a lot of equipment you got to pull off there when you're catcher. They're trying to save some time coming up in the next inning.
Do we have an open candy bar or something around here? We got a lot of flies. I mean, I need a fly swatter. Here in the White Elephant, here in Crewe, Virginia.
Here we go. JoJo McMillan. A good hit would bust this wide open.
Runners on first base with 2 outs. It's 6-5, 1 run. Blackstone leads so far. Now Wells steps off the pitcher's mound.
I think JoJo stepped out for some reason. I think got to get it on Randy.
Now JoJo returns to the batter's box. Here comes now Wells with the pitch. And it's going to be high. Ball number 1. 1 ball and no strike. Well, you couldn't have a better batter up there. In this case, it's JoJo McMillan. He's one of what I call a come-through man. A lot of times he will come through for you.
Yep, 1 for 3 for the day. So he just hasn't been having a whole lot of luck, but he has been hitting the ball.
And that one's going to be outside again for ball number 2.
You know what? Blackstone got impatient. Gotten very patient all of a sudden. You notice that?
Well, they're top of the batting order too.
Yep, top of the batting order.
Barry Sproul will be coming up. Barry's got to be very patient.
Yeah,
that's going to be key if they want to put more runs on the board.
Yep.
Here comes now Wells with a pitch way low, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes all of a sudden, and Wells finds himself way behind the batter. Sproul don't want to get too anxious. I mean, McMillan don't want to get too anxious on this one.
Yeah, don't go after or even hit a bad hit and have it go to first base for an easy out.
A walk will. Runners on first and second. Here comes now Wells with a pitch. And he comes back. It's ball 4. And now runners will go to first, second, and Barry Sproul will be up.
And Barry, it's a very aggressive batter, but he didn't hold back last inning and get a walk, so.
And now here comes, they're going to talk to the pitcher. Here's the thing. The reason I don't think they brought in Maitland, and I think he pitched too many innings.
I think they burned him out yesterday.
Yep.
Here we go.
I don't know who's.
This is Mr. Barry Sproul to bat now. With Ryan Dalton on second and JoJo McMillan on first.
Here comes now the pitch.
Outside.
And this one's going to be outside for ball number 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Very wisely watches that one go sailing on by.
Here's your problem. If you're Dinwiddie American, if they walk this man, bases loaded with Juwan Lawson coming up.
Yeah.
And with only 1-run lead.
In the baseball world, we like to call that a very bad situation for Dinwiddie. Good evening.
So with 2 balls and no strikes, to Barry Spruill, he needs to be patient, be careful. He fakes a bunt, he pulls back. That one's in there for strike number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Still way ahead there, so.
Go ahead, Barry. Go ahead, Barry.
So with a 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs, 6-5. Blackstone's just hanging on by 1 run right now.
But they have a chance here to open, maybe get another one here.
Here comes now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. And he swung in a high one.
I'll get you.
And the trouble with that, now he's almost got to protect the plate. He's got to hit it.
Like I said, getting Barry on base here would just be an ideal situation for Blackstone.
Here comes a windup from Wells. Here comes the pitch. And it's a foul back. That was way low.
No, he had to swing. That would have been a strike.
I don't know. It looked awful low from my angle here. I don't know how the over the fence camera looked at that one.
It looked like a strike. It was going to be a strike to me. Remember, this umpire likes low ones, so it's at the knees. He's going to call it a strike.
Well, the count goes 2-2. Nevertheless, here comes now the pitch from Wells, and this was strike 3. And Gary goes down looking, and that's going to retire the side. So we go into the last inning right now. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Well, actually, 1 man left on base. What? 2 men left on base. That's right, first and second. It is 6-5. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
And we're back here in the 6th inning. Blackstone leading by 1 run, 6-5. And here is interesting. I guess they can. They're keeping Matthew Hart in as pitcher.
Yeah, that's risky. And we always had a ball hit our forehead.
I can understand why they want to keep Matthew in. Why? Because Matthew has just played a fantastic game on that mound.
Yeah. Here we go.
Spain is up. Here comes now the pitch from Matthew Hart. And it's a hard-hit ball.
No,
and this one will go all the way to the fence. He will try to go to second base, and they're not going to try to get him out. And the tie run is on second base.
And we knew Spain is a very good hitter. Coming up next, I figure he's 3 for 3 for a day. That's Spain.
I'm telling you, I would pull Matthew out.
He's done a great job.
I would pull Matthew out and bring Joe Lawson in.
I think Matthew's feeling that way now.
And there's a glove on the field somewhere. Something's going on. Where does the glove come from?
I'm not sure.
Or something.
Oh, they're substituting the runner.
I didn't think they could do that.
I didn't think they could do that either.
And there comes a timeout. Already, here comes Johnny Powell running out.
So wait a minute.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
Matthew, like he's angry at something.
With Booth coming up. I don't know. I still think I'd bring in Jawan.
I did not think you could substitute a runner like that.
I didn't think Matthew could pitch more in 6 innings in 1 week either. Tournament plays sometimes have different
Well, you're allowed 6 innings, but he's definitely going to be out of commission tomorrow.
Oh, Matt called timeout
Oh, okay.
for whatever reason. Oh, it's not someone had a glove or, pitcher's
Here
bat.
we
It was
go.
Matt called timeout.
Mr. Joey Booth at the bat now he's 0 for 2 for the day. Here comes the throw.
Here comes the pitch, and he throws it way down there in the dirt, ball 1. So Matthew is up now to what, 114?
115.
115 pitches. Runner on second base. Here comes the pitch.
Here we go.
And it's going to be...
They
don't
go
want to do that.
Back with the backup.
Oh, Lord, no backup, and that was risky.
That was real risky.
If Powell would have overthrown that thing without a backup, he could have scored and tied his ball game up.
Yeah, that would.
Fortunately, he ran back to second. That was a good thing. That's why they brought him in to run second. I didn't think they could do that. And a swing and a miss. Here comes the third base. And they got a runner in scoring position with no outs. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Nice. And you tell Matthew's zip is just gone right now.
Well, I guess it is.
But Joey Booth has not been having a lot of success against Matthew today. So I think Matthew just needs to go good strikes now. Even if they're a little slow, just kind of hammer him in there and do his best he can.
Matthew with 7 strikeouts in so far in this game. Now here comes the pitch. And he slaps this one in there, and that's going to be in there for strike number 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Powell and Juwan has a quick few words, see what's going on. They lead by only 1 run, but Dawson represents a tying run and no outs. Matthew looks his glove a little bit. Here comes the important pitch. Here it comes, and that's going to be strike 3. What a time for a strikeout, and he strikes him out.
Strike number 9 today.
Yep.
Too.
And Matthew has 9 strikeouts and how many pitches?
119.
And 119 pitches, and he's pitched the entire game. Okay, what is up now for pitch?
Mr. Bryce Witt.
And this one's going to be zapped that one down there for another strike, and it's in there for strike 1.
Bryce Witt is 1 for 2 for today. He hit off Matthew back in the 4th inning for a base hit earlier. But it wasn't a very hard hit.
No balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be in there for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ball control is going to be very important right now.
Very important. Thing is, though, with a runner on third base, they're in good position to tie the game up. But here comes the pitch, and that one was a blooper. What in the world happened there?
I think he lost control. It just slipped off his finger. I think he tried to do a change-up, and it changed up too far.
That account will go to what?
Count goes now to 2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls and 1 strike. That's what I thought. Scoreboard is wrong.
Again.
Here comes now the pitch, and he zips that one down there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out.
Wow, we have got a ball game on our hands here, don't we? Blackstone is now only not that far from winning their first tournament game in 2 years.
Matthew takes now a deep breath. Now he winds up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 10 and takes Witt down. And Matthew is 1 strikeout away from winning this ball game.
Wow, what a game, huh?
What a ball game this has been.
You see, he's the life's gone out of him. And they're going to have a little powwow up here on the mound between JoJo and Matthew.
I wouldn't change hardly anything right now, though. Things are going along pretty good.
I say, man, my arms hurt me real bad.
I questioned him starting Matt, because
it's so hot.
It was so hot. I thought they would probably close with him, but they started Matt, and they wanted to keep Matt, and they kept Matt in the whole game. 2 outs now, 6-5. Here comes Matt with a and this one's going to be a blooper. And he's going to throw it to first base. He went out. They win the game. They win the ball game. Blackstone wins their first game in 2 years. What a pitching! What a pitching by Matt. What home runs hit by Joan Lawson. And Blackstone wins, and they win by one run over the Dinwiddie Americans.
A major comeback.
Dinwiddie Americans will go home, and they will advance. And folks, what a game this has been. What a game this has been. Matthew Hart ends up throwing 100 and how many pitches?
100, and actually, I didn't get the last one, so 125.
125 pitches for Matthew Hart, and I think that is a career most he's ever pitched. So,
wow,
my goodness,
what a game.
What did we feed that boy last night? Blackstone wins. We're going to be right back right after this to close that one out. Hold on, we'll be right back.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Okay, back here at Beamer Field on FM 90.9 WPEX. And boy, what an ending to an exciting game. This has been probably the second most exciting game that ended this tournament.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Matthew Hart again pitched 125 pitches. And also Joan Lawson with 2 home runs and a triple in this game, which
we just got to hand to the defense. They had a rough first inning, but after that, they held the Dinwiddie Americans, which is a very tough team, pretty much the entire time afterwards.
The final score is 6-5. And Blackstone will stay alive here in this ball game. And coming up next, folks, in about 15-20 minutes, Charlotte and Dinwiddie Nationals will be coming up next. And I will be back. John Hart and Robbie Hart will be right back in about 15 minutes. Hey, don't go away. More exciting Little League Baseball District 5 is coming your way.